Let's get her.
Obviously, we had a very public situation with our portal signee that signed with Clemson, moved to Clemson, went to class, trained, and now he's no longer at Clemson. So I know y'all have heard.
Crazy work already. Same situation, same situation similar to Bama for real. I mean, we had Smothers come in and leave out. Smothers came in, basically had his classes scheduled, told Bama he was going to stay, he was going to be there. Next thing you know, Texas calling him on the phone, tampering. I mean, wouldn't you call that tampering? Damn near. So they calling him, trying to offer him money, offer him materials, whatever, dog, whatever the case may be. That's why I say the transfer portal needs certain rules implemented. No way around it. Enough is enough. I understand the players getting paid now. Oh, that ain't nobody got an issue with that. That's not the issue, man. The problem is these players can just leave and be tampered with all year long. Huh? The problem is the transfer portal. You have more of a problem with the portal than I would say you do with the whole NIL situation. And it's all pay for play. So these players have to be held accountable at some point. I mean, they go to the NFL, they'll be held accountable, right? Right. They can't just jump ship in the NFL and say, oh, I don't like it here no more. I want to go play for the Browns or go play for the Patriots or the Vikings or the Ravens, whoever. They got to deal with it, and they got to abide by their contract. Or they get fined, they get sued, whatever. But this here, man, is piss poor. And I'm glad Sweeney talked about it. Real respect. He a real SEC type guy anyway. You know what I mean? I mean, Clemson and South Carolina anyway, right? Early. They really should be what? SEC already? Period. So shout out DABO, man. Let's get into it, man. For real.
A lot about that. My objective today is to just provide a little bit of clarity, a little bit of context as to what happened with this situation. So, first of all, we did everything right. Kid goes in the portal. We reach out. He's interested. Comes and visits Clemson. Says this is where he wants to go, and we sign him. He moves to Clemson again. Rents an apartment, buys a car, goes to class for a week. Trains, team meeting, position meetings, writes out his goals for the semester, like full blown, like let's Clemson student, like we're rolling. And
so he's in there, bro. He's locked in. Like you say, started school, working out, training, moved into an apartment. So his plan is to play and stay and be there for Clemson. Huh? And the fact that it could be tampering, the fact that other coaches or other schools can come in and offer him some money or whatever it was, they can tamper with him and he can get up and go. Oh, no, man. Hell to the no, no, no. This whole portal needs to be revamped sooner than later. Come on now. It's crazy. How the hell can you build a real team with this mess going on, with this bull crap going on? We talk about right and wrong. This is not right at all. The coaches are at a major disadvantage, right? Right. You're already at a disadvantage if you don't got more money than a certain school. If that player is money driven, money hungry, you're already at a disadvantage. Now you got to worry about players just leaving on top of that, being able to come and go. Come on, bro. What are we really here for? Come on, dog. No accountability whatsoever.
So, and then all of a sudden, not here anymore. So how did we get here? Well, Sunday, January the 4th, Jordan Sorrells had his first conversation with Ryan Williams, the agent. And on Monday, January the 5th at 8:30, Luke Farrelly, he showed up here at Clemson with his dad for his official visit. And they came over to my house a little after 9 or so that night. Okay. So I had a chance to meet with them for the very first time. And you know, it was just to get to know each other right there at the beginning, and you know, had a good conversation. My first question was, hey, how was they just come in off of Ole Miss visit? I said, how was the visit? And his dad said, not good. Said it was a mess. It was unorganized. It was chaos. The building was a mess. Nobody knew what was going on. And I was like, well, look forward to y'all seeing Clemson tomorrow. We're going to be organized and structured. And so just kind of had some chit chat that night. And then tomorrow, the next day on Tuesday, January the 6th, he had his visit on campus at 2:30. Ryan Williams, the agent, Luke, the player, and his dad, they verbally accepted the terms of the offer, and they made a commitment to Clemson. Everybody high-fived it. Everybody's excited. We got our linebacker. We were going to take one linebacker. We're going to take one. So we got our linebacker. We canceled all the visits of all the other guys that we were going to schedule to come in throughout the rest of the week.
So they're set on this guy here, man. Boom. This is the guy they want, the guy they got. It's all sealed, dealed, and delivered. He's in the building. He's going to be Clemson. Pay attention now. Pay real attention now. This shows you how this transfer, how messy this whole portal thing can really get, bro. No cap. You hear me? Period. Listen, pay attention, man, what he's saying, man. Don't let it go over your head, homie. Yeah. Now he just said all linebackers, they're done with him. They got their guy. His daddy came in there. They shook hands, had a kumbaya. It's all good in the hood. Huh? Yeah. He come in there. They got the man they wanted. No, don't nobody else matter. And on top of that, bro, boom, they doing it the right way. Pay attention now, for real, man. No cap.
Because we're done. We're taking one. We've made our commitment. He signed. All right. So, or the next day, Wednesday, that was 2:30 at 3:15. Luke and his dad left town to go back to California. Then Wednesday, January 7th at 11 a.m., Luke signed his financial aid agreement with Clemson. And then Sunday, January the 11th, he moved to Clemson. Again, rents an apartment, buys a car, goes to class for a week. He's in training for.
So he in there. He in there heavy. He really locked in that bitch, yo. He in there. He ain't moving, bro. He in there moving and grooving. It ain't no confusion. You hear me, homie? Yeah. Come on now, bro. Come on now. You see where it's going. Like you see where it's going. And shout out Dabo. He breaking it down so so smooth with it, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out Dabo, man. No cap. You know, he really breaking it down so it's no you can't get it misconstrued, right? For real. You know, he really giving you the 411, the real scoop, so you can really understand, matter of fact, understand what the hell he's saying. He giving it to you raw and direct. Yeah. Shout out Dabo, man, for being a real one. One of the few real ones. You know, Dabo give it to you smooth and eloquent, dog. You hear me?
Team meeting, position meeting, all that. All right. And then on Wednesday, January 14th at 9:49 p.m., the agent Ryan Williams calls Jordan Sorrells. And during that conversation, Ryan conveys that Ole Miss has been coming hard after Luke. Sorrells confirmed he went with the agent. He said, "Are you talking about the same Luke enrolled at Clemson that's been in class, that's moved here, that signed with Clemson?"
Wow.
And the agent assured him, yes, the same one. But he also assured Jordan Sorrells that Luke had no intention of leaving Clemson, but just.
And you think that's not going around? This just one story, man. You think it's not numerous stories out there that just under the rug right now on hush mode? Oh yeah, man, for real. Real tampering like that is not allowed at all. Ole Miss is foul out of pocket. I'm glad Miami beat that ass, huh? I repeat, homie, I'm glad Miami beat their ass. I don't care if it was a pass interference at the end, homie. So what, huh? You cheaters, bro. You hear me talking about Ole Miss this, Ole Miss that. You damn cheaters, huh? Yeah. Where Lane at, man? Where Lane at? Or is it Pete Golden? Cheating ass bum. Don't nobody hold him accountable though. See what I'm talking about, man? For real. Matter of fact, take away their playoff run, take away their bowl win, take away everything that Ole Miss won this year. Right? Right. Ain't no way around it. They straight out, flat out cheated, man. For real. No cap. You hear me, homie? Yeah. And this really works because this is a dude who moved in, enrolled in school, working out. So they know for a fact it ain't no questions. He is in there. So they ain't got no right to come over there tampering, dog. For real. They way out of pocket, right? Way out of line, homie. Yeah.
Thought y'all should be in the loop and check up on him tomorrow. So Thursday, January 15th at 11:45 a.m., just this past Thursday, Jordan came to me and he told me about the conversation that he had the night before with the agent at 9:49. And so I told Sorrells, I directed Sorrells, hey, you reach, I don't know. I said, who's their GM? He said, his name is Austin Thomas. I said, will you reach out to their GM? He said he knows him. And I said, listen, this guy has been a head coach for 4 weeks. I said, you reach out to the GM. I'm going to give him some grace. And you let him know that we know what's going on. All right.
And you see Dabo still being cool with him, man. Dabo still being cool, bro. Being cool, calm, collected, trying to work with him. He like, hey, bro, just back off. Huh? We know what's going on. You out of pocket. You out of line. Just tell them we know, bro, and leave our player alone. That's what he basically saying, right? Right. Just back up, and we want. And I'm pretty sure Dabo probably wouldn't have said nothing. And there's probably a lot of other coaches that haven't said nothing. Whether they get paid off, huh? That Guapino, that Federale, boom, little under the table bread, little hush bread, huh? Yeah, you know how that go down. A little hush mode bread. Be quiet, keep it quiet. Keep it cool, keep it on the low, let it flow. You know what I mean? And that's what, but Dabo said no, bro. And I guarantee dude probably kept tampering heavy, man, early.
And if he doesn't cease communication, I'm going to turn him in. And so I really thought that would be the end of it. But it wasn't. So after that was 11:45. At 12:10, Jordan communicated to Austin Thomas via text because he was unable to reach him on the phone. And just a few minutes later at 12:14, they both connected on the phone. The Ole Miss GM, Austin Thomas, and Jordan reiterated our stance one more time. The GM assured Jordan that he had communicated to the agent that he wanted no part of this and that his relationship with Jordan was more important to him than Luke Farrelly, but that Pete Golding just does what he does, quote, unquote. So at 1:30, Sorrells met with Luke face-to-face in his office, and Luke communicated to Jordan and to Ben Boulware that Pete texted him on Wednesday morning, the head coach at Ole Miss, when he was in his 8 a.m. class. And he said the text message said, I know you're signed. What's the buyout?
Wow. Hold up, bro. Run that back, bro. Hold up, man. He said, I know you're signed. What's the buyout? Wow, bro. You hear me? Heavy. That's the problem right here. You know, the transfer portal problem right here. And you knew it was going to come. And it's probably been going on, man. You know it's been going on.
To Jordan and to Ben Boulware that Pete texted him on Wednesday morning, the head coach at Ole Miss, when he was in his 8 a.m. class. And he said the text message said, I know you're signed. What's the buyout? And he also, Luke said that Coach Golding also texted him a picture of a $1 million contract.
Wow.
He also, Luke also mentioned to Jordan and to Ben that Coach Golding had Trinidad Chambliss call him from his phone.
Wow.
And that Coach Golding was there continuing to talk on his phone to push him to re-enter the transfer portal. He also said that Jackson Dart
Everybody talking about Lane Kiffin. Damn, Golding is a snake for real, homie. You hear me? Heavy. That boy Pete, dirty as hell, man. Dirty as they come. They talking about Kiffin, just one big cesspool of wickedness at Ole Miss. I heard something about that city around yonder. Anyway, yeah, man. You know, one of my family members told me about how that city really get down, what goes on in that city, man. Yeah, real wicked, man. I repeat, real wicked. Oh yeah, big facts, homie. Some real wicked things going down around yonder, around Ole Miss. Oh yeah.
Had reached out and called him. But Luke again assured Jordan that he had no intention of leaving. And Jordan kept me in the loop and told me the same thing. So we had a staff meeting on Friday morning, January the 16th, the last day of the portal.
That my boy, big facts, bro. You hear me? No rules at all. That's the problem right there. Exactly what I mean, homie. It's a damn wild, wild west shootout, bro. You hear me? Crazy work. I mean, talking about this dude is signed, this dude going to class, this dude in school, man. He working, he training, whatever. Got an apartment, man, whatever. He damn near in there for real. Ain't like he teetering or he on the brink of coming or leaving, going to Ole Miss. Hell to the no. He is in the building at Clemson. To the point, the fact, and DABO saying they know what's going on and they tell him what's going on, and he still tried. Talking about $1 million check. He went to the extent to have other players call. Boom. Jackson Dart. Boom, man. Are you kidding me, baby? For real? They're talking about Lane Kiffin, Pete Golden, a motherfucker, man. Yeah. That's that Lane Kiffin shit, man. That's that Ole Miss shit, Dre. You hear me, dog? Heavy. No cap. You hear me? Pete Golden and shit. He got more balls than Lane Kiffin do. You know? I'm talking about they calling the dude at school, 8 in the morning, in class, they on his ass, bro. You hear me? Heavy. I'm talking about, they say we got a check. What's the buyout? What's going on? We'll give you $1 million here. We got a check right now. They got Jackson Dart calling, other players calling. They going all in. Man, what? Told y'all, man, a dirty game.
At 11:20, Luke called Ben Boulware and told him that Mississippi had reached out again, even though I had kind of let them know the day before, had reached out again, and they had not only reached out, but they
Dabo was being cool with him. Like I said previously, man, Dabo was keeping it cool. He wasn't trying to really tell nobody or get nobody in trouble, but damn, you keep poaching at his player, you keep being dirty, then you calling the man at school like, hey, homie, I got this for you. What you expect him to do, homie? You hear me? It's going down.
They had upped and doubled their offer.
Oh, man. He said they upped and doubled the offer. They upped and doubled the offer. I told you, man. Dirty game. You hear me? I'm telling you now. Yeah.
But Luke told Ben, hey, it's all, we're good. And so Ben told Luke to come to the office and see Sorrells and Coach Sweeney and let them know, hey, everything is okay. So when that was over, Ben then texted Jordan Sorrells, and he let him know that Ole Miss had raised its offer to 2 years, $2 million. And again, that he had told Luke to come over and see us and let us know that everything is good. So at 11:57, so 11:20, Luke called Ben. 11:22, he texted Jordan this. At 11:57, Sorrell spoke with the agent.
Shit crazy, Dre, man. You know.
Ryan Williams about the situation once again. The agent confirmed that head coach Pete Golding had continued to communicate with Luke and had raised the offer once again.
Man.
Jordan asked to have Luke to give us the text messages that he had received from Coach Golding, but the agent was hesitant to do that because he didn't want to burn any bridges with Ole Miss, as you never know what will happen down the road. However, the agent communicated that if we were to add a second year at $1 million to the already agreed upon deal with Luke, then they would gladly give us whatever we need in order to turn Ole Miss in.
Oh, man.
which Jordan appropriately said, no, we're not doing that. He also communicated that Ole Miss Assistant Director of Player Personnel, I guess it's J-A-I, C-H-O-U-D-A-R-Y, Shortery, I'm not sure. But the Assistant Director of Player Personnel was pushing to set up a Zoom call with them to discuss the details of their contract offer. So that was at 11:57, talking to the agent. At 12:30,
Wow.
Sorrells met Luke out in the parking lot outside
man.
our football facility.
What?
And
they on a facility with it? You talking about they coming to Clemson with it, man? Oh, they real bold, man. They real bold. Oh, these Ole Miss dudes is crazy, man. For real. You hear me? Heavy. They coming to the university, meeting the player on campus. I'm talking about outside, 12 a.m. in the morning. You know, midnight, man. Boom. That's crazy, man. For real. That my boy pulled up on him. That's crazy. They pulled up on that boy, man. Oh, man. Wow. That's crazy work, dog. Damn, Dabo. See, I guarantee Ole Miss done this before, because ain't no way they had tried to this level. Or they done paid somebody off before. Difference is they couldn't pay Dabo off. No, he wasn't going forward because he a real stand-up guy. You know, Dabo really got integrity. He run his team, his program by morals and principles. Other coaches, I'm sure, Pete Golden, whoever, Ole Miss, whoever, huh? Boom, man, paid them off, man. Paid them off early and often, homie. You know, heavy, man. Come on now. Pulled up on him for real, though, Bama boy. No cap.
Luke communicated that he was coming to assure him and Coach Sweeney that he wasn't going anywhere. I was not in the building. Jordan.
Oh, it better be a penalty, my boy. If it ain't no penalty for this, it's a big joke. If it ain't no penalty for this, it's a real, it's more than just a buddy system, bro. They really saving coaches out here, protecting certain coaches in schools out here. It's really about the Guapino Federale, the Nali, Guachismo, Linguini, baby, Fettuccine. You know what I mean? About all that, bro, for real. Because it gotta be a penalty. It gotta be, homie. Yeah. And we know this ain't the first time. That boy just bringing it to the damn light. Man, they've been paying them off not to say nothing, man. They've been paying them off to keep their mouth on hush mode. Come on now, man. Yeah, bitch, yeah. Wow.
Called me to let me know what Luke said and for me to reach out to him. I called Luke and didn't get an answer. I'm back at work. I'm in my office. Everything's good. 4:14, Jordan Sorrells comes to see me. He had gotten a call from compliance telling him that Luke is in our compliance office trying to request to re-enter the transfer portal.
Wow.
So Jordan let me know. He let Tom Allen know. Called Luke, no answer. At 4:19, Jordan called the agent, Ryan Williams, again to alert him that Luke had requested to enter the portal. He responded via text to let him know that he was flying. Sorrells texted, Luke just reached out to our compliance and requested to go in the portal. What the heck is going on? The agent's response was, oh, bleep.
Man.
Let me try and find out. At 4:40, Sorrells and Coach Allen arrived at Luke's apartment. Luke was in the driveway when they got there. His immediate response was, I'm going to Ole Miss.
Wow.
Coach Allen and Jordan spent some time talking to him. And when they departed, he just said, hey, I need to clear my head. At 5:39, Jordan spoke with the Ole Miss GM, Austin Thomas, again to let him know that we knew all that was going on and that we were going to pursue all options to hold them accountable for tampering. And then at 7:20, after a phone call with Tom Allen and Ben Boulware, Luke affirmed his plan to enter the transfer portal. And then he called me and told me the same thing. Once I got word of all this at 4:15 that he was going over there trying to go in the portal, I immediately called our AD, Graham Neff. I also called Commissioner Phillips. He also called the SEC commissioner and others. So, this is obviously a crazy time. We turned everything in to the NCAA.
Wow.
And I'm just going to say this. This is like there's tampering and then there's blatant tampering.
Yeah.
Tampering.
This totally different, man. Like they went out their way, bro. They pulled up on the dude. Dabo even kept it cool with him. Like, hey, bro, just back up. I ain't going to say nothing. Leave our player alone. We know what's going on. Hey, leave him alone, man. That's it. He wasn't going to say nothing. He might have said something to them, but he wasn't going to come out and really rock and roll with it. But they left him no choice. But this goes beyond tampering, bro. Like he said, this is arrogance, cockiness, like disrespect on all levels. Not giving a damn for real, like no repercussions at all. It's like they used to doing it. Like I say, I'm sure it ain't their first time. This like a normal thing they do on the regular. You know what I mean? Offer the cheddar and the bread and butter, dog. No cap. Yeah, baby. I guarantee this is what Ole Miss do for real. Early work, man. Every day, every night. But this is blatant disrespect. Just blatant all around disrespect. But it's way more than tampering, man. It's tampering on a different extreme level. You know what I mean? Crazy, bro. No cap.
101 is when you're talking to kids who aren't in the portal.
Yeah.
Tampering 201 is when you've already negotiated the deal with the kids not in the portal.
Yeah.
Tampering 301 is when you got a kid who's gone in the portal, signed somewhere, moved there, gone to classes.
Yeah.
And you're texting them while they're in class.
Wow.
That's like a whole nother level of tampering.
Big facts.
And it's total hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Because all this is going on while they, on the other side, are trying to fight their defensive end from going in the portal.
Wow.
They have accused publicly others of tampering with their roster and their players while they are over here tampering. All right. So
pulling up on him, bro. Pulling up on that boy like, hey, what up? Like, hey, stand up. Hey, it's 12 in the morning. Get up. Yeah. Man, bro.
This is just a really sad state of affairs. And it's, to me, we have a broken system.
Mm-hmm.
And if there are no consequences for tampering, then we have no rules and we have no governance.
Right.
It's really just that simple.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not, let me be very clear. This is not about a linebacker at Clemson. I don't listen. I feel sorry for I think it's a symptom of a system that you have a kid that I meet at 9:30 and he's signing the next, like I feel sorry for the young man, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Pressure.
I blame the adults.
Mm-hmm.
And again, there, if you want to have adult world, then there needs to be adult consequences.
And they know,
but this,
like I say, they know they can take advantage of some of these kids, bro, or young dudes, these young men. Like I say, their mind, most of them mind, the mental brain ain't even fully developed. But on top of that, you hear me? Like they can put the material things in their face, entice them with money, with the jewelry, with the clothes, and whatever else the case may be. Like these coaches know this, these agents know this. They know they bring a fat check that's more than the check they got right now. They know what the player going to do. I don't care if he poor or not, come from poverty or not, a rich suburbs, urban area, whatever. 9 times out of 10, especially if they immature, you know what I mean, bro, and really have no accountability to face. Oh yeah, they going to accept that bigger check. They coming over here calling the dude while he at school, doing work, going to his house, pulling up on him, telling him come outside, 12 in the morning. You know what I mean? Calling him again, 4 in the afternoon, showing checks, having players call him. Come on, bro. All of that. They need to find Jackson Dart and find any other player that was involved as well, homie. Yeah, you hear me? Bitch, yeah. Dabo is absolutely correct. Crazy work, man.
It's not about a linebacker at Clemson. And I don't want anyone on our team that doesn't want to be here. I would never want that. All right. But let me tell you what it is about. It's about the next kid. and it's about the next kid, and it's about the message that is being sent if this blatant tampering is allowed to happen without any consequences. This is about protecting our program. This is about college football. That's what this is about. I stay in my lane most of the time.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of things in my days, and I'm like, hey, man, you just do whatever you're going to do. But here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I've always just kind of stayed in my lane and handled my business. But and I've stayed focused on Clemson. But I am not going to let someone just flat out tamper with my program.
Right.
If you tamper with my players, I'm going to turn you in.
Respect.
It's just that simple. And again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they've done, maybe this isn't tampering. I don't know. Maybe I just need to get some clarification on what tampering is. But I understood tampering to be if someone is signed and in classes
Right.
and not in the portal, because he's not in the portal, he had to re-enter the portal.
Wow.
Then that's the definition of tampering.
That's definitely tampering. Like he said earlier, more than tampering, homie. You hear me? That's more than tampering. That's above and beyond. You know what I mean? That's going all out, all the way out there, way out of pocket. Come on now, man. Yeah.
So if it's not, then my apologies. But that's what I see as tampering. So there's a lot more I could say, but I'm going to let the NCAA handle this, and I'm going to let them do their job. And I'll say this shouldn't be a 3-year or a 3-month investigation. This might take 3 days.
Wow.
They're either going to tell the truth or they're going to lie.
That boy DABO going in, man. Shout out DABO, man. You hear me? A lot of people ain't going to like this. For real. Yeah. A lot of people ain't going to like it, man. For real. I'm sure a lot of people wanted DABO to keep it under the scene, you know, not bring it out, all that.
It's one of the two. But you ain't got to go. All you got to do is get the phone. This is not complicated. This is very simple. And let me make this clear too. I'm not out to get anybody fired. That's not my objective in this. I'm not out to get anybody fired, but there has to be accountability and consequences for this type of behavior and total disregard for the rules. If this happened in the NFL, which is an actual league with rules, they would be fined. They would take draft picks.
Yeah.
They, hit the cap, whatever.
Yeah. And you got to start treating it like the NFL or semi-pro NFL. This is a big business now, homie. You hear me? Players are getting paid major amounts of money. You know, players can hit the portal anytime they want to. It's time to have some restrictions, some ramifications, et cetera, homie. Yeah, that's the only way they can really figure this out and make it even across the board and get all this tampering and stuff out the way. You know, schools can throw money around too much. Players can move around too much. They need to get this shit in order, homie, quickly and swiftly, right? And Kalen DeBoer just showed them how. Just like the NFL a business, the college football scene and realm is really a business right now, period, man. Yeah. Even Alabama, we saw players hit the portal because of what? Making more money. In my opinion, Texas was tampering. Hollywood Smothers was already with Bama. Texas should have been charged with tampering. If we being real here, Ole Miss ain't the only one. You hear me? But I guarantee this has been going on for 2 years since the portal has been here, dog. The day it arrived, even before when coaches and organizations and teams, dog, got wind that it was coming. You hear me, dog? No cap. Guaranteed this is exactly why Saban left. You know what I mean? Early, man. Period, homie. Yeah. This is straight up wrong bullshit. Heavy.
Again, I'm not trying to get anybody fired. I just want accountability, and there should be consequences for a total disregard for the rules. And this is such a terrible example. It's a terrible example for young coaches in this profession. And to be honest with you, this is crazy. To me, this situation is like having an affair on your honeymoon.
Wow.
That's basically what we're dealing with. And I know for a fact that this is happening at other places.
Yep.
Because you know why? Because I've had a bunch of coaches over the last week that have reached out to me.
Now I'm gonna say this right quick before I go on, bro. Little side note, right? Hey, Bama, bro, boom. I hope y'all ain't doing no tampering, no foul play, the board, whoever, your GMs, whoever, man, who controlling the money, bro, whoever, dog. Hey, Alabama, keep y'all nose clean, bro. No cap. Hold it down. Don't be tampering. Don't be doing no extra bullshit, bro. Don't give them nothing to hold over your head. Nothing to say about Bama. Keep it clean, keep it cool, and do it the right way. They coming with tampering about Bama and old boy from Miami. You hear me, dog? Heavy. They'll say anything to try to get Bama in something. Oh, yeah, for real. So Bama, just stay out the way. Keep doing what you doing, the board. Don't play no dirty game, no foul play.
And they're going, well, let me tell you what's happened to me. Let me tell you what I know. Let me tell you my story.
Told you.
I've had a lot of people reach out with their stories. And so I want to challenge all of those coaches that have reached out to me. I want to challenge all of them. You need to step up and call it out.
Damn.
Otherwise, don't complain.
Real talk.
You either step up,
speak up,
and you be an example to young coaches in this profession.
And it's real trippy here because this ain't just a problem with college football, right? No, it ain't just a college football problem. This right here, one example, coaches not speaking up of wrongdoings, but this a worldwide thing. People, humanity ain't speaking up, bro. You know what I mean? Seeing wickedness, evilness, and ain't speaking up, saying nothing. You hear me? Everybody talking about humanity, but don't really talk and speak about it. You hear me, dog? Heavy. Whatever the reason may be, whatever they scared of, whatever, bro. Poppy cock. But he's exactly right. This is what the world needs to do, dog. Not only college football coaches, but it's a motherfucking worldwide thing, bro. You hear me? Heavy. Come on now, bro. Shout out DABO, though, bro. Once again, period. No cap.
And be people of integrity, or just shut your mouth and don't complain again. That's what I would say to all the coaches out there.
Real talk.
Because I know this has happened. And we're never going to get this under control until we start having some consequences.
Right.
We're just not. It's just that simple. And listen, one of the responses that came out of Mississippi was this right here. Well, people are calling and texting our guys.
Oh, man. Come on, man. You see the game, bro? You see the game? And they probably lying about that for real. But you see how I go, bro? Everybody been doing it, homie. Yeah. Wow, bro. And the people who created this, they knew what was going on. They knew what could really happen. Or everybody's shocked now. This is going on around yonder. Come on, man. They should have had rules and restrictions before the whole thing started. And they could have avoided a lot of this. They just give them free reign to do whatever. What the hell you expect gonna happen, man? Yeah. Period, homie. Yeah. Especially when you got schools that can throw money around, put checks in players' face. Come on now, man. That's why I say, bro, like people in position of power, humanity, like it's all hypocritical, man. Yeah.
That was the response. Well, let me tell you what I know. 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah.
That's what I know. And we have a saying in our team room that says right is right, even if nobody does it. And wrong is wrong, even if everybody does it.
Man. Real talk, Dabo. That boy Dabo going in, man. I gotta run that back. For real, bro. No cap, period. Damn, bro. Bunch of chump punks. Huh?
That was the response. Well, let me tell you what I know. 2 wrongs don't make a right. That's what I know. And we have a saying in our team room that says right is right, even if nobody does it. And wrong is wrong, even if everybody does it.
Wow.
Okay. And listen, man, this my win-loss record, I may never win another game, My win-loss record is set. This is about this profession. This is about college football. All right. So that's what happened.
Man, talk to him, Dabo. You hear me, bro? For real. Talk your shit, Dabo. For real, homie. Yeah, you hear me? Heavy, no cap. Real talk. Shout out Vikings News today in the building. Skull, baby. Skull Tide. Shout out Vikings. Oh, thumbs up for EJ's journey. Much appreciated. Much respect. Heavy. Shout out Dabo as well, baby.
That's where we are. This is crazy. And it's just another reason why we need change. You can't even sign a guy and go to class and work out and have meetings and even know that that's your roster. You can't sign with the Browns and practice a week.
Right.
And then the Dolphins call you and say, hey, we're going to give you a little more money. And you say, see you, boys, and you go play for the Dolphins. That's not the real world.
Yep. Facts.
And so it's total chaos. We have to fix this chaos that's going on in college football. So that's what happened. That's where we are. And to add a little more context, I'm going to pass it off.
I mean, this shit going back to the old days when they say was tampering was going on rampant, bro. You hear me? Heavy. You know what I mean? When players getting played under the table, this going back to them days, bro. Early. Oh, man, bro. Oh, man. But he's exactly right. They're not learning no accountability, how to be loyal, how to be real men. You know what I mean? Learning no principles, bro. No integrity, nothing. Discipline, nothing. They're running amok.
To our AD Graham Neff to speak on it a little further.
So I'll just frame.
Why is Amazon paying me $63,000 a month?
Well,
I didn't make this kind of money selling.
And that's it, bro. That's crazy work. Wow, homie. Wow, man. Shout out Dabo Swinney once again in the building for just kicking the facts, stepping up, bro, saying something, speaking out. But as you heard him say, this is going on. This is going on all around college football and on teams, coaches, other coaches going through it, but ain't saying nothing. Like I said, they're probably getting paid off. It's what it is. And a lot of coaches ain't going like this. A lot of people, especially higher ups, ain't going like what Dabo doing. But at the end of the day, shout out Dabo for doing what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like he just said, right is right no matter if nobody's doing it. And wrong is wrong no matter if everybody is doing it. You hear me, homie? Yeah. Cold motherfucker, man. Yeah. Shout out Dabo Swinney, bro. Roll Tide full of pride. I'm finna get up out of here. Y'all got questions, comments, opinions, fired up in the chat. You know, I give it a few minutes. You hear me, dog? Heavy. Anybody got some opinions, want to come up and say how they feel and keep it real? Let me know that as well, bro. You hear me? No cap. Yeah, man. Shout out Dabo Swinney, man. It need to be dealt with. That's crazy work, homie. Yeah. But once again, shout out K-Dog, Kalen DeBoer, a.k.a. K-Dog. That's what I call him, K-Dog, my dog, for putting his foot down, stepping up, bro, for real. Bama boys say, what should the penalty be? Man, hey, I really feel like kind of what Dabo said, bro. Definitely be some suspensions. Man, bro, like, that player shouldn't be able to go there. But at this point, do Clemson even want him? You know what I mean? Like, for real. But I'm sure he wanted to play for Clemson. That's why he signed. But when they go over there and start enticing him with the money, with the damn bread and the guapino, certain players are fold. They see them big numbers. They see them triple-digit zeros. They'll fold, break down. Right? react off of emotion and feelings instead of reacting off of principles and integrity and discipline, bro, and where their heart really wants them to be, right? Where their spirit really leads them. But then again, some of them aren't even inclined with their spiritual self. So what do you really expect, right? Right. So a team come along with money and certain offers, boom, that player gonna roll out for real on 20s with the top back. So yeah, bro, definitely suspensions, maybe restrictions from bowl games, bowl games revoked. You know what I mean? Something, bro, fine the schools, fine the coaches, you hear me? No cap, take away some of their money, whatever, man, but it needs to be something happen. Like DABO say, he don't want nobody fired, but shit, you may have to go to that extent. Period, dog. No cap, bro. Yeah. But this is crazy work. Something has to be done. For real, man. Yeah. Yeah, lose a year, Bama boy. Something, bro. Something got to really go down. I mean, damn, they just going to walk away, get away with it. Then you got other coaches calling DABO, telling him this going on, the same thing happening to them. So everybody just keeping quiet, keeping hush mouth. And I still believe some of them getting paid off as well to keep it quiet. You hear me? To keep it quiet. Yeah, don't say nothing about it. You hear me? Keep it on a real low for show. We'll give you some more dough. They throw that there. They send that there. You hear me? They send that there, baby. Yeah. No cap. But absolutely correct, Bama boy. Something got to happen, man. But shout out DABO Sweeney for keeping it real, homie. For real. Going against the grain, all that. And like you say, you ain't going to say nothing. Shut the hell up. Stop running your damn trap and complaining. You know what I mean? He said that he broke it down perfectly. You hear me? And DABO, smooth, cool cat. He always been a smooth, cool, laid back dude. Played by the rules, played the game fair. Even in a dirty game, right? He played it fair. Yeah. He gave them boys a chance. Hey, back up. We know what's going on. Stop playing. Stop playing me like a fool. You hear me, dog? No cap. Stop playing us like we dumb. Leave my player alone, dog. For real. Ole Miss punk ass. They got some nerve. They said, hey, we're going to drop our balls on Clemson. Oh, yeah, they're going to drop their nuts on Clemson. They not only kept calling, called them in class, at school, pulled up on him, man. I repeat, pulled up on the man. Like, what up? Here go a big check. You hear me, dog? Heavy. They said, we don't respect nothing about DABO, respect nothing about Clemson. We disrespecting everything about Clemson and their program and what they got going on. You know? So shout out DABO, bro. Any way you want to look at it, you cannot. If you mad at him for speaking the truth, hey, that's on you, bro. But as we know, the world we live in, people don't like to hear the truth at times. Oh, yeah. Especially certain ones. You know what I mean? Shout out my dog, Bama boy, my Levy dog, Bama boy in the building. Them Levy dogs coming. I'm finna get up out of here, man. You know what it is. Once again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, right? It takes less than 1 second. Support the channel. Support the grind for real. Heavy, man. You know what it is, dog.